Hey everyone, Bob here, Overland Citrus. I'm sure that everybody that follows me is tired of hearing, hey everyone, Bob here, Overland Citrus. I apologize, but we do have a lot of newcomers to the channel, so I got to continue to say that every single video, I guess, unless I can come up with something new. So today we're here back with another install, and what happened is we blew the door speakers, well, I blew the door speakers going to Overland East. I did that trip alone, so I was cranking up the music. Believe it or not, I happen to like hip-hop and rap kind of music. It's got a lot of bass, so I got the bass turned all the way up, and I was cranking it, and sure enough, boom, went the speakers from the factory, which I'm sure are no good. So we're going to pull the door panels today and install new speakers. I got them from Crutchfield. I'm sure some of you out there are familiar with the company Crutchfield. We're not sponsored by them. We did pay for these speakers, but I always use them. They take care of you. They send everything. They got a good hotline. So I bought the speakers, and they sent me an install kit, a wiring kit. I mean, everything, and the kits were free included. So what we went with was a Kicker. I think they're a 5-inch speaker, and I'm going to swing the camera around, and you guys can see them. So they're by Kicker, which is a pretty good company. Years ago, I remember when I was younger, this company was called Kicker Solar Barracks. I might be showing my age. I don't know if anybody remembers that. But that's what the company was called. So we're going to install those. We probably won't need the speaker grills. And I'm going to show you what tools we used to take the door panel off and how going about it. It's the first time for us on a Mercedes door panel. I have taken many door panels off in my time and changed out many speaker systems. But this is the first on a Mercedes door panel. So let's see how it goes. Let's go take that adventure. Okay, so these are the tools you're pretty much going to need. A dash tool so you don't mar up anything. A Phillips screwdriver, hand one. You're going to need a little pick tool. And then I'm using a cordless drill with a number 25 Torx and an extension and an adapter into my drill. Now these plastic caps are what comes on the door panel, and you're going to use the pick tool to take them off. So you got one up here near your lock. You got one, if you can see it, it's down in here where your hand grip is. That's a little tougher one to pop out. And that's the two that you have these plastic caps on. Now Mercedes chose, if you can see it, we have two more here, but I guess they're on a shrinkflation thing, and they figured that no one could see that, and they skipped putting those plugs in. And I guess the reason being, if you build, say 1 million vans, you save. And then underneath here you can see there are 3 screws, and they're like a little plastic grommet. So what you do is you want to use a hand screwdriver on those because they'll strip, and you might have to hold the washer. I don't know if you can see that. You might have to hold the insert and then take that plastic screw out, then put your tool, your dash tool in there, and just pop it out. So that's the steps we're going to do now. Okay, so I don't know if you can see these in my hand, but these are what's on the bottom. The stupidest little thing. So what you got to do is this washer here, or this grommet or insert, you have to hold this with a little pick. I stuck it right in there to hold it in place while you take this plastic screw out of the piece. It's 2 pieces. And let me tell you, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. It's black on black. You got to lay on the ground to get them. It's not easy. Why didn't they just put a couple Torx down there like they did everywhere else? But good luck everybody getting those out. There's 3 of them. They're not that bad, but they're not that much fun. Okay, so what we did is we set up a card table. It's got a leather on it so it won't hurt it. And let me back off, you can see. So we just brought the whole door panel in and put it on that table. And now here's the speaker. Look at that magnet. Must be a whole inch round. Now let's look at the magnet on the kicker for comparison. Look at that. Now that's a speaker, this is a toy. So it looks like we got 4 screws on here to disconnect, and it does have a factory plug. So if you're going to buy these speakers just anywhere, you're going to have to make sure you get the retrofit kit. So trust me, buy from Crutchfield, they won't let you down. So we're going to take those 4 screws out and we'll see what happens next. Okay, so this is the custom ring that Crutchfield gives you to retrofit. And it's got 3 of these nubs on it. You're going to have to cut those off with a Sawzall or a zip grinder to put this ring in because they're going to hit on the mounts for the door and the old speaker mounts, if you can see that. So we're just going to snip those off. That's an easy procedure. And then the speaker bolts to this with tiny little nuts and bolts. And then this slot, I don't know, can you see the slot there on the bottom? There's 3 of those. Those line up, or 4 of them, excuse me. Those line up with the factory holes. So you got to customize this ring because this is probably a universal speaker, door speaker ring kit. So we're going to wrap them right off and we'll be back. Okay, so you're going to put these microscopic, as I'll call them, can you guys even see that, nuts and bolts. Going to put 4 of them all the way around, and then they're 1/4 inch. So I'm just going to use a 1/4 inch, what I call nut driving screwdriver. It's got a little 1/4 inch nut driver. These are by Husky, and as you can see, if you can see that, guys, it says a 1/4 inch nut on there. So we're going to tighten them up, and then this whole ring comes in, places down in there, and you put the 4 factory screws back in. And then this has standard universal worldwide speaker terminals. The narrow one, the small one is your negative, and the large one is your positive. So white and black for your speaker connections. So Crutchfield sent me a plug that's going to convert this to the Mercedes plug-in, which is very nice. It's just a short pigtail. Now it has 4 wires. That's in case you have a speaker that has a tweeter, but I don't have a tweeter. So what I might have to do is and if I do, I'll show you, put a continuity tester on here to get the right 2 wires, match up to the speaker and match up to the plug. But I might be able to eyeball it and guess which 2 are the ones. But if we go the testing route, I'll let you guys in on that and how to do it. Okay, and you're just going to want to tighten them up. And then, like I said, there's 4 of them all the way around. Just snug them right up. Okay, so easier said than done. No meter continuity test needed. So you put your 2 wires on. Like I said, the plug comes with 4. But the factory plug in the truck only has 2. So if you had tweeters, you'd have a dual plug on your Mercedes wiring harness. And I don't have tweeters, so I only have a single plug. So you could just use any 2 sorry about that, folks. Any 2 that you want to use, and then I'm going to cut these right off with a pair of diagonal cutters because the last thing you want is that rattling around, and why keep them? I'm not going to wire tie them. I'm just going to snip them right off. They're going to be history forever. So that's it. We got all the door installed, speaker on the door panel. We're basically ready to get it out there, and what I'm going to tell everybody is you can see how the Mercedes has 2 hooks at the bottom that go in place. So you can actually hook the door down into place and kind of let the panel lean. And I would test everything after it's plugged in. Turn the speaker on, try your door heater seats, your door latch, try every single thing that's connected to it before you initially snap and screw this door panel in. And then just reverse the process and screw everything in. So we're going to go into the testing mode right now. Okay, so we got door panel back in. You just reverse everything. I didn't want to bore you with that. You just put it back the same way you got it out. You've seen how the speakers went in. I can't really tell you how it sounds. It sounds awesome. The bass is almost double. The volume, I'm going way less on volume than what I was going before. I will say this, it's a pretty easy project, but if you're not mechanical, do not attempt it. It does have some difficulties, and if you've never taken a door panel off before and know all about the door mechanisms, I would say don't do it. Bring it to a stereo shop. If you're mechanical and you've worked on cars, you can pull it off, no problem. But I'm going to say on a difficult level, I would have to give this one an 8 because there are a lot of things that could go wrong, and I'd say it's an 8. So I hope everybody learned something and enjoyed this video. If you did, please press the like. If you're already a subscriber, I thank you very much. Appreciate your viewing. If you're not, please subscribe, press the bell, update you on all our new videos. So until the next time, as I always say, drive safe, camp safe, peace out, and we'll see you on the next one.